Hello and welcome. My name is Monica. I am the Purple Box organizer, and I am a professional organizer, a home coach, and a certified life coach. So if you're here for this co-working session, watching the replay, or you're here live, welcome, and we're going to get started. I am a mom of 3 kids, so I like to say that I know messes, and I've tried to find ways to get around that, as well as trying to run my business. I have been married to my husband, Ian, for 17 years, and I also teach dance twice a week at our local dance studio. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually make a post so that you can fill in the blanks and then you can post it to your social media accounts today so that you're ready to go. So we're going to dive right in so that we don't waste any time. So here's what I want you to write out. You're going to write, before I started organizing professionally. Now, of course, you can kind of play with these words as to like how exactly you want to say them. Maybe you want to say, before I became a professional organizer. So something to the effect of, before I started organizing professionally, I thought ... And you're going to fill in the blanks. I just wrote on myself. Okay, so let me give you an example of what I am going to create for mine. Before I started organizing professionally, I thought organizing was about following a few steps and making the time for it to happen. I just thought it was just simple. You just make the time and it happens. And like everybody knows how to follow these simple steps, right? And that is just not the case. Most of us know that. So your next line, that's going to kind of be like the hook, like the thing that brings them in. Before I started doing this, this is what I thought. And then they're going to be intrigued and go, oh, okay, I want to know more. So the second part is going to be, after helping X amount of clients. So you're going to fill in the X. After helping X amount of clients, I ... So now what do you think? Or now what do you know? So for an example, I'm going to write, after helping a handful of clients, because I don't want to say how many clients I've helped. That's not helpful. But it only took me a handful of clients to realize they're all dealing with the same issue. They're all kind of wondering how to take these steps and how to make the time and what these steps actually are to get organized. So after helping a handful of clients, I quickly realized there's much more. And again, you can kind of fill this in and make it your own. There's much more to organizing. There's more steps that I didn't know before, and now I know them. However you want to phrase that. So I'll say mine again, and again, you can kind of like twist it to how you want yours. After helping a handful of clients, I quickly realized there's so much more. Feel free to put more colorful words in. Feel free to just keep it super simple so it's easy for them to read. And this is one of those perfect like carousel slides that you can kind of like, if you use Canva, you can go in on Canva and make these slides so they can slide through and read this little sequence of story that you're putting together for them. Okay, the next one you're going to say something like, now I know this. And then you're going to give 3 tips or examples of now the things that you know. Because before you started professionally organizing, you thought it was this way. Now you understand it's this way. So you're kind of putting yourself actually in their shoes a little bit. Even if you weren't unorganized per se, you didn't have a full understanding of how an unorganized person would think. And that was my case. Or maybe you were the unorganized person and you kind of had to figure it out. And then you had to figure out how to help others get that way too. Okay. So I'm going to give you my 3 examples. Now I know this. You need the right tools available and to follow the correct sequence of steps. You need to create the right amount of time and follow through with a plan. And you need a strong mindset to help you stay focused and successfully finish that space. So these are just some ideas that like working with people and working on this on my own in my own home. These are some things that I've understood, like, oh, this is what I need to help my clients with. This is what I need to help them understand. We know, most of us now, it is not about going in and throwing all the bins in and labeling everything. We've got to make a plan. We've got to decide what our priority is. We have to decide or figure out with the client what their actual challenge is. Maybe their challenge is not the bins or where to put things. Maybe it's they have too many items, which is most of them. We need to declutter. We need to make a plan for decluttering of where we're going to put those items, how we're going to sort those. And so all of those steps, we realize, oh, okay, this is the thing that we need to be able to explain to our clients when we're talking to them about how it's going to go, how it is when they're working with us. And this is how it is to work with me. All right. Then we're going to move on to our call to action. So we started with a hook, kind of made it intriguing for them to want to read. We gave them some value because even if they never hired you, they have some tips of like, oh, I need to get some tools available and make a plan, and I should try to follow through. Like, that's a thing, right? Not everybody follows through. Now I know that, and I can try to do that. So now we're going to give a call to action. Okay. So we're going to ask them if you need blank, or if you're looking for blank, or if you'd like blank. And I would take this back to the 3 things that you just mentioned. So you could say something like, if you need the right tools and to know what the right sequence of steps is to take, then you go into your call to action. Then let's work together. Or message me today to get started. Okay, so I'll give the 3 examples of the calls to action again. If you need blank, or if you're looking for blank, if you'd like blank. And then your main call to action, let's work together, message me to get started, DM me to get started, depending on what platform you're on. You could say, let's have a conversation. That's a popular one right now. Getting people to talk sometimes first instead of inviting them to work with you can be another way to work on getting them in that mode of like, sometimes they're not quite ready to work with you, but knowing that you're willing to have a conversation with them and answer a few questions could get them closer to wanting to work with you. Okay, so again, you can kind of mold this into how you would like, use the words that you would like that kind of make it work for you, what sounds better. Sometimes somebody will give me an example like this, like I'll be scrolling through Instagram and I'll see somebody's little story or their pitch, and I'm like, that's kind of cool, but I would word it like this, but it still kind of gets your juices flowing of how you would want to present this kind of offer in your niche. So I would suggest doing that. Either try to make this kind of your own, or allow it to help you be creative in making your complete own little story here that you can share on Instagram, Facebook, or wherever you're at. Now, some of you might have gotten on my email list to be able to get this training or some of my other trainings. I would suggest to you to stay on my email list because I send 1 to 2 emails every single week, and I have helpful business, mindset, and home organizing tips for all of us. Because even though we're professional organizers, we all need help, like remembering, yes, I need a system in my own home. I need to make sure I'm keeping up with things in my own home, as well as being able to serve my clients. If you're interested in more content like this is exactly how I've been running my Professional Organizers Accelerator Mastermind. We've been meeting every single Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The calls are recorded and then put directly on our private Facebook group. And that's the only thing that I post in there. I don't put up extra posts. I don't do anything extra lives in there. So that's super easy to go back and watch any of the replays that you may have missed. So that's why I'm still offering, if anyone wants to join, you get content exactly like this. And the calls are a little bit longer because I allow for coaching as well. So if you're struggling with something with your mindset or with your business or with both or life, you're able to get some coaching and be able to get some clarity so that you can make progress in your business and move forward and hopefully make some money, right? That's all of our goals in our business. So again, it's easy to be able to go in and just see, like you just scroll to the bottom and you start at week 1. They're titled perfectly. And each of the weeks give a challenge like this, except you get three different ones. Some of them actually, I think I've done 4. But it's easy to kind of catch up. And I'm going to leave those in that group through the end of the year. So you don't have to feel like you're rushed or behind. You can go in and take it at your own pace. And if you join now, then you can join us on the live calls that are left for May. So that's something to look forward to. You can also get Marco Polo access to me, so we can go back and forth if you need any feedback, or if you have any more questions, I can help you with that as well. And then if you're looking for more one-on-one help, I'd be happy to help you with that as well. You can just message me or email me and let me know what questions you have. We can meet on a free 30-minute Coco chat, so you can decide if working together would be a good fit, or how I might run a coaching session to be able to help you. To end this, I want to give you a pro tip. I've done this along the way, and sometimes I'll just like, oh, I need some new ones. So I'll go into Canva, and you can do this if you have a free account or if you pay for the pro version or the light version, because there's those 3 options. You go in, if you just make a story slide that's blank, make sure it's in your brand colors, and then stick your logo on it somewhere. I know some of us like to put our logos in different places, but make sure it's in your brand colors and have your logo on it. And then you always have a story slide ready to put anything on it. You can add a photo, you can and do like a before and after, you can add just some script, so that no matter what, you always have the option to quickly share to your stories, so that you're always showing up on social media and making it work for your audience, so that you can be seen, front of mind, all those things. So thank you so much for coming. I'm going to open this up if anyone has any questions. And if the person here doesn't want to be on camera or be heard, then I will stop the recording. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for coming, and please reach out to me if you have any questions. We'll see ya.